So a couple of people, within my circle sent me this video and they were like, Cass, I think that you should make a video to this.
Venting is evil. It's always been evil.
No.
Your emotions are not even real. They're not real.
That's not even philosophically coherent. So if emotions aren't real, then that means that God's emotions aren't real, right? So rejoicing, it's a form of gladness. How about grief? Is grief an emotion? I'm confused. I feel like when people say stuff like emotions aren't real, then they're not able to really reveal certain characteristics like themselves. And if God himself, felt emotions and he described his emotions and there was emotions that were described in the scriptures, how could we truly know the characteristics or the feelings or personality traits of God? Even in the form of his son, Jesus felt emotions when he wept in John 11.
It's just like the darkness. Darkness is not real. It's just the absence of light. Emotions can be detected because you can't see God. That's the only reason why emotions exist.
So that's speculative and harmful again at best, because there's no scripture that substantiates your claim. Actually, in Genesis 2, Adam and Eve experienced great joy before the fall in the garden. So that means that they can experience emotion before sin. After sin, emotions is all about the human experience. It's also about God's emotion as well.
Now, venting feels like logically correct. You have been taught to open up and just, speak to somebody if you're going through a hard time. Diamonds are made from pressure. Even in the lab, they are made from pressure. If you are unable to handle the furnace that God puts you in, there's no possible way that you can be great.
I'm not trying to be great. I'm trying to be redeemed, first off. Diamonds are made under pressure is cute. It's motivational, but nothing about that is biblical. This is what we consider eisegesis opposed to exegesis. So exegesis is actually the objective process of drawing the author's original meaning out of the text. Eisegesis, like this gentleman just displayed, is the opposite. It is the subjective, it's an interpretation practice of reading one's own biases, personal opinions, or preconceived biases or notions into a text. We're not diamonds. We're humans. We're not supposed to seek out pressure. We're supposed to seek out encouragement. So Paul, author of Romans, says, for long I see you, that I may impart to you some spiritual gift and strengthen you. That is, we may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith, both yours and mine. It does not say I don't need encouragement. Like, that would be foolish.
Venting is still evil, no matter what you say. You only complain to people that have the capacity, spiritually, physically, monetarily, to solve the problem that you are exposing. Do not vent to people just to make yourself feel good. You are being a sluggard. This is slothful energy right here. This is the demon of sloth, Belphegor.
Okay, this is probably the most irresponsible thing to say theologically, right? Sloth, or the Greek word akadia, and translates literally into absence of care. Do I need to explain? Belphegor doesn't even appear in the Bible as the demon of the sloth. It actually derives from Numbers 25 from Baal Peor. So yeah, that's the difference between medieval demonology and biblical theology. Nasty hermeneutics. And takes like this is why there's so much stigma within mental health and within the church, because the use of the word sloth or akadia in the Bible refers to, if you go into Proverbs 6 or Proverbs 24, it's talking about those that are refusing to work. It has nothing to do with the emotional aspect of it. It has nothing to do with somebody being emotionally lazy. This take is lazy though.
Venting feels logical to the sluggard because you don't want to feel it. You just want to get it off your chest. Where do you think that goes? It has to go somewhere. It goes into the person that you are speaking to.
Yo, this is new age vocabulary at its best, because there's no scripture that teaches emotional transfers. You won't find that in the Bible. The Bible talks about influence, not energy transfers.
No matter what you say, venting is evil.
So now that we've had fun with it, I just want to really, really convey that, emotions are not an absence of God. If you're an emotional person, it does not mean there's an absence of God. Jesus was able to experience human emotions on a daily situation. Though he was completely without sin, he was completely 100% God and 100% human. So when people say stuff like, oh, emotions are just like not something that, somebody should have if they have God in their life. You know what I'm saying? That's not even remotely true. We do not have a high priest that cannot, will not, does not sympathize with our weaknesses. That's Hebrews 4:15, bro. Miss me with this nasty theology.